Hey, welcome back. I'm Joe the Baker, and on today's episode, we'll be making bagels. Now, the other morning, I was on Instagram checking out to see what the other bakers were doing, and I came across a post from the Baker's Cut. She had put up these bagels that looked absolutely delicious. It actually inspired me to go ahead and make them today. I'll leave a link to her Instagram in the description below, so really consider following. She makes great stuff. So without any further ado, let's get into the ingredients and start baking. For the ingredients, you'll need 450 grams of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, 7 grams of instant yeast, 5 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. You'll also need some fine polenta or semolina flour for sprinkling, 1 egg beaten, this will be used for the glaze. As far as the topping, you can use whatever you like. For me, I'll be using a mixture of sesame seed and poppy seed. To begin, we'll go ahead and sift the flour with the salt, and then mix in the yeast. Next, we'll take the 250 milliliters of water and mix in the 2 tablespoons of honey and vegetable oil. After that, go ahead and make a well in the middle of your flour and pour your liquid in. Go ahead and incorporate the flour and the liquid together. Do not be afraid to use your hands. Once you've developed a shaggy dough, let's go ahead and move it to the countertop and proceed to knead it for 10 minutes. Now form the dough into a nice tight ball and lightly oil a large bowl and place the dough in it, making sure to roll the dough around in the oil to coat it on all sides. Cover the dough with some cling wrap and place it into a warm area for 1 to 3 hours or until it's doubled in size. So while this is proofing, let's go ahead and turn on our oven and set it to 425. So once your bread is proven, you want to go ahead and fill a large saucepan with water and bring it to a boil. Go ahead and add your honey to that, then cover and turn off the heat. So what we're going to do now is lightly grease these 2 baking sheets and then sprinkle that semolina flour all over them. All right, so we're going to take the dough. This is my favorite part. We're going to knock it back. So fun. Love getting my hands in there. All right. All right, so we're just gonna knead it real quick, just for a couple seconds. So the first thing I'm gonna do is weigh out the dough. So we're at 718. So about 102 grams each. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the dough and we're going to go ahead and roll this out on a non-floured surface into smaller little balls. Once we have the chunks all rolled out into nice little balls, what we're going to do is flour our hands just a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and take our thumb and our index finger and we're just going to go ahead and squeeze right into the middle of the ball. And then we're just going to go ahead and stretch it out just slightly. Just like that. Okay? Let's go ahead and do the rest. Let's go ahead and cover these guys up and let them rest for another 10 to 15 minutes. And that's my cat. Bring your saucepan of honey and water back to a gentle simmer. We're going to drop each of the bagels into the water around 3 at a time. We'll cook them for 1 to 2 minutes on one side, then flip them and cook for another 2 minutes. Remove the bagels from the water and drain. We'll place each of the bagels onto the prepared baking trays, spacing them widely apart. We'll brush the tops of the bagels with a beaten egg and sprinkle on your toppings. For me, it's sesame seeds. Finally, place your trays into the oven and bake for about 15 minutes or until they're golden brown. After 15 minutes, we'll go ahead and flip the bagels and let them cook for another 10 minutes. Finally, transfer them to a wire rack to cool. Here they are, all toasted and smeared up. Let's give it a taste. The sesame and poppy seeds taste amazing. Oh yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please consider subscribing and liking it. I really appreciate it. And please continue to give me suggestions on what to bake. As an amateur baker, I love putting me to the challenge of making things that I see on YouTube or on recipes. You know, before I started this, I never really cooked. So if I could do it, so can you. Keep baking, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later.